Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. This is part 6 of pairs driving. I mean, we may have 16, we may have 66, whatever it takes to get these two horses to drive in pairs and understand what their job is. If you look at the prior parts to this pairs driving series, you will see that we have made, I'm going to say knock on wood, quite a bit of improvement. Keep going, girls. Eve is on my left. Angela's driving Eve. She's mother to Sadie, who's on the right. Eve tends to walk faster, so when we make curves where Eve is on the outside, they pretty much stay up with each other. But if we make curves where Sadie's on the outside, we have to adjust the speed. And we want them to understand that that's their job eventually, to adjust their speed and go together in pair. And here are two tools that we may or may not use today to help them understand, to help them stay together. This is the jockey stick, which I've discussed in the past and we've used minimally in the past. And this is a butt rope, which is recommended by Doc Hamill. If you have horses whose butts keep separating when they walk in pairs. And this time I made a butt rope. I think it's the right length, just out of some dog leashes. Not heavy, just enough though to feel a little bit of pressure on their hips if they tend to part their hips. Very nice. Now, Angela and Katie are going to do another curve and come up here in front of the camera. We're going to put the jockey stick on. Not too close to the camera because we may want to take a step or two forward. Oh, okay. Back. See if you can back up, Eve. Back. Nice. A little bit of resistance. Little give and take. Good. And their butts are separated right now. So yeah, they have to understand that they need to be parallel to each other. So I'm just gonna walk over there. Or Katie, do you want to try it or do you want me to do it?
To get her butt over?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the butt over.
Back.
Over.
There we go. Back. Back.
Back.
Oh.
Good. Whoa. Good girls. Good girls. Now, the last time we put this jockey stick on, we had lead ropes on, just in case there's trouble. And my cameraman is the 4th person on the team today, so he's just going to leave the camera on us. And we're going to put lead ropes on both mares. And we want to step forward a little bit with the jockey stick on. What we're concerned about is when they feel the pressure of the jockey stick connected to the partner horse, will they spook? So hold on to this for a minute. It's all right, girls. And I'm going to take the lead ropes. What's different today with the jockey stick is that we also have the drive lines on, because last time we tried it without the drive lines. So we're going to put this carabiner clasp on Eve, and you hold that, and then we're going to put this clasp on Sadie. We on purpose use flat nylon halters because the rope halters tend to leave room for the horses, especially if they reach back to scratch themselves. Whoa. To get it caught on all of this tack and clasps that we have here on this harness. Okay, now I'm going to try this out. I tried to measure it based on our last session. I'm going to try this out. I wish we had one more person, but that's usually the case here. We're usually shy one person. I've put this bot rope, which is really just a bunch of lightweight dog leashes, on an easy to pull apart key ring that's on the ring of the collar. Now I'm going to, it's all right, can you hold both? You can see how one more person would sure help. I'm going to walk around. I hope that Sadie understands that her job is to stand still. If not, we'll deal with the moment. I'm going to go through. It's all right, Sadie. Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
All right.
I'm going to go through the back of the britchin on Sadie to keep this butt rope out from under her tail and falling down on her legs. I'm ducking under the drive lines. It's all right, girls.
All right. Okay.
It's all right, Sadie. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Whoop. Through the britchin on Eve's left hip. Bring it up over her tail. Remember, ropes under the tail can get clamped down on a horse if they're not used to that feeling. And up to the key ring on the left side. A key ring that's so flimsy that if they did start to spook, the rope would fall off the collar, which is what I want at this point. Maybe a little bit shorter next time. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, but I've got the idea. Okay, this was just a measuring session for my butt rope. I'm going to take it back off because I want to make it a little bit shorter. It was a little bit droopy on this side, and you know if you have droopy tack and they tend to lift their legs, they could get it caught over the rope or the leash or the strap, and that could be spooky to them. Back through the britchin. It's all right. I'm totally aware of strike zone here. Sadie's my youngster. Tends to spook a little faster than Eve would. So, this is my butt rope. We're gonna work with it more and more. Now, we're gonna put the jockey stick on, which is quick releases on the bottom of the tie ring next to where the, but on this side, on the inside of where your lead line is. Okay, so if you're confused, I'll do it. There we go. I've got Sadie's on the same tie ring of the halter. And then I think you're going to need two hands to put that quick release on. No, you've got it. You've got it. Now, well, if I had a fifth person, I'd say, let's travel around this way and see what happens, because these are quick releases. I'm pretty sure with Kyle on Eve and me on Sadie, we can quickly release it if they spook. But you know, because I only have 4 people today, I'm going to say this. I would consider it a moment of resolution if we could just take 3 steps forward toward the camera without having any spooking, without them pulling on the jockey stick. Eventually, they're going to have to realize that the jockey stick is connecting them. But you know, driving in pairs, you're connected in many different places eventually. When the horses came across the frontier, 2 to 4 to 6 horses in front of the carts and the stagecoaches and the wagons, they were connected in many ways and in many places, and they knew that they had to stay connected, of course, unless they became right brain. I'm on purpose discussing this with you here while I have them stand, just to make sure that they hear the clanking of the jockey stick. They're doing what a horse that's relaxed does. Their heads are down. They're closing their eyes. They seem okay. Now, Kyle, as we walk forward, you're going to stay out of their path in case they do spook.
Okay.
But because we did this last time, I don't expect them to. And on top of it, we've got driveline control. And the drive lines are connected to their bits, and they understand that kind of pressure. So let's say 3 to 4 steps forward, and that's all.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes. Okay, so it's up to you, Katie and
Ooh.
Angela, to say it. And Kyle and I are just here to guide them, to give them a join up.
Step up. Step up. Steady. Whoa.
Whoa,
Good girls.
good. Here they are in an open pasture. The sun is starting to come out. Let's
up,
do some
G.
G and some ha, just a couple. And if you apply pressure when they tend to separate, apply pressure with the drive lines, they'll soon understand that, uh-oh, I get pressure if I drift away. So they'll choose to stay together.
Do a hot turn now.
Now Eve is much too fast. Okay.
Now
Now,
stop her.
whoa, good. So Angela had to, whoa, okay.
Step up.
Now let's try and start them out together. That's it. Horses want to please if they just understand what it is you're asking, and if they're not
Step up, G.
afraid. Quite amazing how much a horse will do for you if they understand what you want them to do, and if they're not spooked.
Hey.
Now you see Sadie, the youngster, kind of throws her head a little bit. She's a little
Let's
bit
slow her down. We'll
concerned.
do a hot turn.
One more time around, girls.
Step up, paw. Step up, paw.
Okay, stop. Okay, had a confusion. Let's see if we can line them up again because they were coming into the
Oh.
camera.
Okay. I was like, I said paw.
Back, back, back. I'm going to help her understand. This is Eve. Okay.
Step up.
Ha means left. G means right. And now Eve has to slow down because Sadie tends to walk slow. So can we get them to
Stop her.
drive in pairs? No, not 2 reins. One and then the other. Ooh. Okay, now 1 and then the other. Slide your hand down the reins if you have to, like Doc Hamill showed us on the DVD.
Step up.
And you're going to have to ask with some pressure today. Whoa!
Steady. Whoa.
Not 2, not 2. Okay, turn her in a circle. Turn her to the
Back.
ha.
Back. Back. Oh. Good girl.
Okay, get her back lined up with
Oh.
Sadie, and you can follow the camera. I understand why you came out here, but let's follow the camera. We show every single part of our training here. We had a little bit of a
Step up, G.
misunderstanding.
You can just keep going straight
And
that
you
way.
don't want to
Step up,
stop
G.
when there's a misunderstanding. Slow her down a little give and take until Sadie catches up. Okay, you're going to have to go ha. It's like doing a serpentine if you're trying to slow a horse down.
Can you stop her?
Good.
Oh.
See if you guys can come to the camera together.
Step up, G.
Can you stop and wait for Sadie? She's giving you resistance. Stay behind her.
Oh. Step up.
All right, see if you can come together towards the camera.
Step up, paw.
You always want to
Step
stop
up,
on a
G.
good note. That's good. If you can stop now, that would be good.
Steady. Whoa.
We need to get
Back.
Sadie a step back.
Oh.
Good. All right, now the question in my mind is, would the jockey stick have helped there, or would have it spooked them? We're going to find out, because we're going to work toward leaving the jockey stick on when we have enough helpers here to help those horses understand what that tool is asking them to do. And we'll show you in future sessions in Pairs Driving, www.urbancowgirlchannel.com. Well, today, our next session in this pasture was Sadie and Eve. And we still have some speed control problems. Eve tries to listen to her driver, but she gets confused, and sometimes she hears the driver of Sadie giving commands, and Eve thinks it's a command to her. All right, let's show what we're doing for practice. Katie is driving Sadie. Angela is driving Eve with Sierra at the head to help give Eve clear cues. She sure tries, but she gets confused. Okay. We're trying to keep them together and parallel because they're going to be driving in pairs and pulling in pairs, we hope someday, to help do farming here at Shadrach Farms. Okay, now we're not in pairs, so can you, what would be the best way? Angela, hoe Eve. Katie, walk up to the right or to the left. Do you see why we're a little bit concerned about using the jockey stick at this time? Would it keep them together, or would they feel the pressure of the other horse through the jockey stick or through the butt rope and consider it undesirable pressure and try to get away from it? Oh, that's beautiful if you can do that. Now, Eve is going to have to slow down because she's on the inside. Sadie's going to have to pick up speed. I'm hearing praise. We don't have mics on today, so I'm going to let you know as best I can here at the camera. I'm Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl. What I perceive, what I hear. Okay, Eve is walking faster again. Got to slow her down. Good. And rather than constant pressure when you're trying to slow her, Sierra, with your lead line, just a little bit of a tug and let go. Tug and let go. The constant pressure, they will just, generally speaking, give you pressure back. But a tug and let go, and then a clear cue, and they'll say, oh, I guess I'm not doing the right thing, and they'll try harder to do what you're asking. Okay, now we anticipate Eve's going to walk faster, but she's on the outside of the curve. G means right, Ha means left. They're asking for G. Okay, now Eve is getting ahead again. So Angela, are you tugging to try to get her to slow down? She's trying to be light on the reins, and so she's just tugging ever so slightly. We did do some work with Eve in the arena the other day when she was pulling, and we realized that she gets stiff in the neck, and if we can just keep her light in the neck and keep her flexed in the direction we want her to go, that she won't pull back and pull hard and pull away. So that takes a lot of repetition. Okay, too fast again. Okay, now she's stopping. Okay. Okay, see if you can, I understand why you stop, but then the idea is to stop, and then Eve should understand that as soon as Sadie comes up, they're supposed to move forward again. That's a pretty subtle understanding. They haven't worked in pairs very much. How many horses have? So, especially from the ground driveline work. So we've got a lot to help them to understand and what is the right answer. Mistake. Looks like a traffic jam. Okay. We have to smile here sometimes. Here we are just trying to have these horses walk out here in this beautiful pasture on a nice sunny day in Santa Cruz. And we had a traffic jam.
That was a confusion in me and Todd. No, between us, not the horses. Step up.
Step up means go forward. That's the scene we want to see reliably, consistently. Now Sadie's on the inside, Eve is on the outside. Sadie, can you touch her with that?
I can, it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything, okay. Can you cluck? How about trying to cluck? Of course, Eve might hear that and move faster.
What?
If you cluck for a little bit of speed, cluck or kiss. Come up towards me. They're doing well. I hope you can get to me. And let's stop and let's decide what would be the next baby step. Nice. All right, we're going to stop and maybe put, good, whoa. We'll put the jockey stick up and see if we can move forward with Sierra at Eve's head. Okay, here's what we've decided to do. We took the drive lines off Eve. We've got 2 gals at the lead line head of both horses. I wanted to measure the butt rope briefly because it was a little bit long last time and I need the horses together. I'm going to make sure that there is a dog collar at the back of both britchen. There was only one at the back of one of the britchen last time. I'm going to put the butt rope through both dog collars in the back. Come around, measure it so that it has the right pressure. And then we're gonna put the jockey stick on and see if we can take some forward motion with the jockey stick on without being concerned about it being perceived as a predator or an unwanted pressure. So I'm gonna walk over now and try to bring the butt rope around, which I've done before. All right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. I don't know what happened to the one there, but see, this is what I want to do. Just have a place here. You understand? Yeah. I think so. Might be right. Is it okay over there? See, we're connected here. Okay. Well, for as far away as the horses are right now, the butt rope at its present length is fine. The horses are standing nicely. We've got the clasps of the butt rope on the outside of each horse hooked to a very weak key ring so that if they do start pulling apart, the key ring is likely to pull apart rather than the horses getting spooked. But we do have to worry about the fact that the butt rope might be hanging down on the ground and get wrapped around the legs of the spooking horse. I always think about those things. So no, I'm okay. And with the, let me just show you what I did back here. It's all right, girls. They seem to be asleep, so unless a bunny or a cat comes running by, I think they're okay. Okay, here we go. I've got the butt rope in the back going through a dog collar hanging from the back of both of their britchin, and yet on the outside of the tail. Okay, that works. So now I'm going to stop the camera. We're going to try without the butt rope. We're going to try the jockey stick and one set of lead lines. Two lead line holders. Excuse me, one set of drive lines, two lead line holders. There we go. We've got the jockey stick up on now. Lead line holder on each horse. Katie doing drive line control of Eve. And once again, in the spirit of tiny baby steps, can you guys walk 3 to 5 steps forward? And I'm sure they'll hear or feel that jockey stick. And let's watch their body language to see if they get concerned about it. I'm moving the camera back, being optimistic that we're gonna be able to walk forward. And listen to Katie. Katie's gonna give the cue with her drive lines and her voice, and maybe even her arm extension.
Step up. Steady. Oh.
Good. Okay, now they feel it. The jockey stick is not parallel to their breasts. Okay, Sadie, I didn't expect that, is playing with it. Okay, a step forward. Good. Gosh. What's the best moment of resolution? Let me get consensus here. Since you guys practiced so much before I turned the camera on, since that was so successful and we know that the horses felt the jockey stick and we know that Sadie was investigating it, since this seems to be a successful tiny baby step, I say let's not even try to go forward again. Agreed? Agreed? Agreed, right? All right, it's going to take us months, years, who cares, as long as we do it and do it safely. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.